Hola clase, hoy vamos a introducir la columna 2 de Vistas 1, Lección 1. So introducing the second column of vocabulary if you are going through it in your workbook. Los títulos, the titles. To say Mr. in Spanish, it is señor, señor. Notice the tilde. And if it's to be abbreviated, it's a capital S, lowercase r. You also have the title Don, like Don Quixote. And that is a title of respect. It's the best equivalent would be like Sir. To say Mrs., Señora, Señora. Repite, por favor, Señora. So we simply add an A to make it Señor, feminine. And that means Mrs., somebody who's married. Abbreviation, capital S, lowercase r-a, period. And the feminine form of don would be doña, doña. And that would be best equated to ma'am, but it's a title of respect. An unmarried woman, a young lady, would be señorita, señorita. So once again, we take señor, and in Spanish, if you add ito or ita onto a noun, it makes it into the diminutive form, the smaller or younger form. So señorita, abbreviation SRTA. Las presentaciones, las introducciones, the introductions, presentations. When you meet somebody, you have to ask them what their name is. And Spanish has two ways to do this. They have the formal version, which you use with people you obviously don't know. And you have the informal version that you use friends, family members. So the formal version, ¿Cómo se llama usted? ¿Cómo se llama usted? Repite, por favor. ¿Cómo se llama usted? That double L makes a Y sound, remember? The informal or the familiar form, ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? Repite, por favor. ¿Cómo te llamas? To answer either one of them, it is me llamo and your name. Me llamo Señora Geyer. Me llamo David. Me llamo Rosalía. You're actually saying, I call myself this name. And to do a follow-up question, and you, the formal way would be y, which means and, y usted, and you, or the informal, y tú, and you. So, ¿cómo se llama usted? Me llamo Miguel. ¿Y usted? Me llamo Señora Geyer. To say pleased to meet you, you have some options. One is mucho gusto. Mucho gusto. Repite, por favor. Mucho gusto. Then the other person could say, el gusto es mío. The pleasure is mine. El gusto es mío. Repite, por favor. El gusto es mío. Instead of saying mucho gusto, the person could, if they are a gentleman, a guy, say encantado. Or if they're a girl, a lady, encantada. Delighted, pleased to meet you. Encantado, encantada. Repite, por favor. Encantado, encantada. And as a response to somebody saying that they're pleased to meet you, you could say likewise. Igualmente. Igualmente. It's kind of like equally. If you wish to introduce someone in a formal situation, le presento a Miguel. I would like to introduce you to Miguel. Le presento a. In an informal situation, te presento a Maria. Te presento a Maria. In the cartoon, it says, Hola, mamá. Te presento a mi novia. Hi, Mom. I would like to introduce you to my girlfriend. So, the actual word in Spanish for name is el nombre. El nombre. The name question is generally literally translated, how do you call yourself? I call myself, me llamo. Okay? But nombre is name. So on a paper, if you see nombre, that's where you write your name. Another question you're going to come across is, ¿de dónde es? ¿De dónde es usted? Where are you from? Usted being the formal version. Once again, people you don't know, your teacher, other adults, your boss. Your classmates you would use the informal version with, ¿de dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? Okay. ¿De dónde es? ¿De dónde eres? And to respond to that, you would say, soy de España, soy de Iowa, soy de Illinois, soy de México, soy de Guatemala, soy de Ecuador. Palabras adicionales, some additional words. How much or how many? The question word for that, cuánto, like quantity, cuánto. If it's plural, cuántos. Feminine, cuánta. Feminine plural, cuántas. You can see from the title of the book, cuántos pies? How many feet? To ask whose, ¿de quién? ¿De quién es el sombrero? Whose hat is it? But if the object is plural, ¿de quiénes? ¿De quiénes son los zapatos? Whose shoes are these? This lovely word, H-A-Y, sounds as I. I. It's like the H is not there. And I means there is or there are. If you put a no in front of it, no I, then there's not or there are not. I. And to do column 3, there will be a separate video for that.